My name is Sarah. I'm a recruiting manager, and I love being active. I love to spend time with my dog Dalton and my fiance, and two of our favorite activities would be going to the beach, hands down, and absolutely traveling and going on hikes during our travels. I was diagnosed with severe ulcerative colitis when I came back from studying abroad in Switzerland when I was in college. And about 2 months after returning to the US, I started noticing symptoms. My mom was such a critical part of my support system. At first, my mom and I thought it might have been something I ate or the water that I drank, and then we realized once the symptoms weren't going away that we needed to go and see a GI doctor. I went to a gastroenterologist and was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. At first, I was given an assortment of steroids and other medications, which would relieve the symptoms for a few months at a time, and then the symptoms continued to come back more frequently as time progressed. It was a wake-up call, and it really pushed me to seek other options. I'm very much a type A personality and like having all the facts and information laid out in front of me. I sat down with my GI doctor to look over all the different biologic options, and I wanted to know what the pros and cons were for each of them. He told me about ENTYVIO and explained how it specifically works. We agreed to give it a try as my first biologic treatment. Since I started ENTYVIO, I've noticed my symptoms are beginning to improve, and I'm really thankful for that. I can't even put into words how it felt when my doctor told me I was in remission. Ulcerative colitis will always be part of who I am, but it's taught me to really appreciate life in a different way, and I'm really thankful for that. I know that what might work for someone might not work for another, but it's important not to give up.
ENTYVIO is a prescription medicine used in adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease when certain other medications have not worked well enough or cannot be tolerated. Important safety information about ENTYVIO, vedolizumab. Do not receive ENTYVIO if you have had an allergic reaction to ENTYVIO or any of its ingredients. ENTYVIO may cause serious side effects, including infusion-related and serious allergic reactions can happen while you are receiving ENTYVIO or several hours after treatment. You may need treatment if you have an allergic reaction. Tell your healthcare provider or get immediate medical help if you get any of these symptoms during or after an infusion of ENTYVIO: rash, itching, swelling of your lips, tongue, throat, or face, shortness of breath or trouble breathing, wheezing, dizziness, feeling hot, or palpitations. Feel like your heart is racing. ENTYVIO may increase your risk of getting a serious infection. Before receiving and during treatment with ENTYVIO, tell your healthcare provider if you think you have an infection or symptoms of an infection, such as fever, chills, muscle aches, cough, shortness of breath, runny nose, sore throat, red or painful skin or sores on your body, tiredness, or pain during urination. People with weakened immune systems can get progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy, PML, a rare serious brain infection caused by a virus. Although unlikely while receiving ENTYVIO, a risk of PML cannot be ruled out. PML can result in death or severe disability. There is no known treatment, prevention, or cure for PML. Tell your healthcare provider right away if you have any of the following symptoms: confusion or problems thinking, loss of balance, change in the way you walk or talk, decreased strength or weakness on one side of the body, blurred vision, or loss of vision. Liver problems can happen in people who receive ENTYVIO. Tell your healthcare provider right away if you have any of the following symptoms: tiredness, loss of appetite, pain on the right side of your abdomen, dark urine or yellowing of the skin and eyes, jaundice. The most common side effects of ENTYVIO include common cold, headache, joint pain, nausea, fever, infections of the nose and throat, tiredness, cough, bronchitis, flu, back pain, rash, itching, sinus infection, throat pain, and pain in extremities. These are not all the possible side effects of ENTYVIO. Call your healthcare provider for medical advice about side effects. Before receiving ENTYVIO, tell your healthcare provider about all of your medical conditions, including if you have or think you may have an infection, or have infections that keep coming back, have liver problems, have tuberculosis, TB, or have been in close contact with someone with TB, have recently received or are scheduled to receive a vaccine, or if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, plan to become pregnant, or plan to breastfeed. Please see accompanying full prescribing information, including the medication guide for ENTYVIO, and talk with your healthcare provider. You are encouraged to report negative side effects of prescription drugs to the FDA. Visit www.fda.gov/medwatch or call 1-800-FDA-1088. Uses of ENTYVIO, vedolizumab. ENTYVIO is a prescription medicine used in adults for the treatment of moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis, moderately to severely active Crohn's disease,